There are a number of different types of relationships, and I'll identify just a few, and I'll talk about this more in more videos. Um, One is what I call the snot on your sleeve relationship. In the snot on your sleeve relationship, somebody is really, really hungry, and they're a Klingon. They're hanging on you. You can't get enough of you. They're not okay if you're not there. And this creates, for some people, what I call the dance of the opposing magnets. If someone chases someone, this is the chaser over here, and someone is running away, this is the runner over here, and they're chasing and running, the more they chase, the more they run, and the more they run, the more they chase until it. And then this person sometimes learns to be alone and back off, and then the other person can come toward them. All relationships have a rhythm, whether it's with a parent-child, a friend, a lover. I don't think any of these things matter, but relationships have a rhythm of closeness and distance. The only time we're really like this is when we first mate, and we can't get enough of the other person, and we want to climb inside of them, and whatever. And then somebody starts to break away, and we got a problem. The person who is breaking away needs to have some distance, and the other person is upset. And some people are saying, do I have to give up me to be with you? And this is one of the issues that a lot of people face, is that pressures and needs such as a life separate from the other person somewhat, maybe exercising, or maybe friends or hobbies, work, all these things have an effect on us. And the idea is, if it's working well, we can come back to that person that we're really in love with or love, and we can pick up where we left off and renew. Interesting study says that it's not quality of time, but quantity of time that makes a relationship work. So we need to spend time with that person. And today's media, we can call people, we can email them, we can make contact all the time, and just sometimes just drop a note that says, I love you, I miss you, you're my best friend, or whatever you need to say. Okay, here's some types of relationships. Another type of relationship, rather. Another type is, I can't make it without you financially. The I can't make it without you financially relationship is because somebody has a fixed income. And the question is, who fixed it? If you're going to get into a relationship with someone and you're going to get either a domestic partner or marriage, whatever, remember that you're forming a business, and business is business. And we need to check the credit of the other person, have them check our credit, and make sure we're not walking into that relationship with financial baggage that the other person doesn't know about. The other thing is that some people have financial constipation and some people have financial diarrhea. This would be the irritable bowel syndrome of relationships, and it can be a definite conflict and bring stress to both people. I believe that the person who is most responsible with money should be paying the bills. It doesn't matter whether they're the ones that earn it or not. They need to be paying the bills, because the electricity and the car payments and the house payment or whatever you have are not going to be turned off or taken away or whatever, because somebody is responsibly paying the bills on time. Another type of relationship is the rageaholic. I'll be talking about this more in another video. This is where someone uses anger and rage in order to try to control the people around them or display their anger, which some people in the past thought was healthy, that we've got to get our anger out in the open, and people were pounding pillows and doing all kinds of things. Turns out that that's not quite the case. When someone really rages, their blood pressure goes up, they have a risk of an aneurysm, and not only is it not necessarily healthy for them, but it's definitely not healthy for the people around them. And the people around them end up walking on eggshells, which is actually the title of a book, Walking on Eggshells. Another type of relationship is the not fair affair relationship. In the not fair affair relationship, someone has violated the trust of the other partner by having some kind of a issue outside of the relationship. This is a problem for both people. And studies say that relationships that start with affairs don't really turn out very well, because they're based on excitement, intrigue, innuendo, and all the other things that go along with it. And actually, the most successful relationships are when we are completely self-contained and alone. The other person is self-contained and alone, and then we get together. What happens with an affair is the person then doesn't trust their partner. And I personally believe that trusting somebody who has had an affair is not a necessary part of a relationship. Some people are not trustworthy. And I don't think that we really have an obligation to trust someone. I think the other person has an obligation to be trustworthy. Okay, I'm going to stop there. This will be continued. If you want to reach me, you can reach me on Psychology Today, a Therapist Finder, or by email on skunkwars@gmail.com. Let's do that again, skunkwars@gmail.com. And so I need to go, and before I go, I'd like to remind you, always remember one thing. Doesn't really matter what it is, I just think everybody should always remember one thing. Okay, see you.